Well, speaking of Bad Bunny, it was just announced that he's doing the Super Bowl halftime show. I actually have a little bit of an issue on this.
Wow.
Let me pull up my tweet that has since gone viral. This is what I said. I said, Bad Bunny headlined the Super Bowl is strange to me. I'm glad he's getting such a large opportunity, but none of his songs are in English, and I don't speak Spanish. Most of the audience of the Super Bowl won't speak Spanish. Only 14% of Americans speak Spanish, so most of the television audience won't understand his songs either. I can see him doing a major event like the World Cup, where there's a massive Spanish audience, but the Super Bowl doesn't make sense. It seems like the NFL is trying to expand its Latino audience at the expense of its existing fans. Do you speak Spanish?
I do not speak Spanish. I'm not Spanish. Most people think I am. I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not Spanish, no.
Right? You're black and white, right?
No, I'm all black.
All black?
Yeah, all black.
Oh, okay.
100%.
My bad. My bad. Thought you were mixed. Easy mistake there. All right? I have kids darker than you. I'm just saying. But you don't speak Spanish.
I don't.
What's your favorite Bad Bunny song?
The one with Drake. MIA.
Okay. What's your favorite Bad Bunny song that's all in Spanish?
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
But when I'm in a club and somebody asks me, I Google it and I play it.
Okay,
but the
because
reason
that's
I'm
your
saying
job. You're forced to do it in a way.
But you just looked up Drake and you just looked up Kendrick's numbers. Look up Bad Bunny's numbers.
I know what's about to happen here, but okay. Well, let's do this. I know what's about to happen. Drake was what? Was it 83?
83. Kendrick was 72.
77.
77.
Right there, kind of.
Right there, right in between.
Right there.
To be honest, what Bad Bunny is doing for his culture and how big he is and the fact that he can perform and is a great performer, you got to give him that opportunity. The NFL is not just America anymore. They play games international now, and they play games international now to get the international artists. So if an artist that is Bad Bunny that was born in the U.S., right? He was born in the U.S., right?
Well, is Puerto Rico considered the U.S.?
Puerto Rico is considered the U.S.,
He was
right?
born in
Well, he is.
It was not a U.S. state.
It's not a U.S. state,
It's
but
a territory.
It's considered a territory of the United States. So the fact that he is that popular, and we're talking about music and what music does and how music transcends, he should be given that spot.
I just disagree because, look, I actually looked it up. They said about a third of the audience is overseas with the NFL, but only about 10% of those are Spanish speaking. So you're talking about a relatively low percentage of people that can understand the songs. My thing is that when I look at music as a whole, and my name is DJ Vlad, right? I am a music guy just like you. My whole life has been music. Vlad TV is based in hip hop. I can't think of an artist that I really love or songs that I really love and play that I can't understand the lyrics.
Reggae
because
music.
to me, the lyrics are a big part of the song.
You understand all reggae music?
Yes, most of it.
Most people don't.
I do.
They just love the rhythm.
My patois is actually pretty good.
And they just love the feeling, right? Most people, when they go on vacation or
but it
you ever
is
see people,
English to a certain degree.
It's still patois. Most people don't understand.
It's patois English, but you can understand some of the words. And you can, even if you don't speak any patois, you could kind of get it.
And same thing with Spanish music. You go to a club, I ain't even got to say international club, but a club that's a crossover club, they play Spanish music. And you don't know what the fuck they saying. Suavemente is the only word I know. Suavemente, but I hear every time I go to Bodega, Poppy plays it. But there's nothing wrong with Bad Bunny, who's one of the biggest celebrities and biggest artists out right now performing at the Super Bowl. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. His music transcends. He's one of the biggest artists. Outside of like,
but it's a American English speaking event, and my whole thing is a performance. Now I can understand because he did already perform at the Super Bowl during Shakira's set or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The J-Lo Shakira set. So I'm cool with some Spanish being thrown in and so forth, but this is an event that's primarily American English speaking. I understand. Look,
there's Spanish players that play in the NFL.
I understand
so those players
that,
need to be represented as well.
But they all speak English.
Doesn't matter. But they still listen to Spanish music. Still represents who they are.
I would almost
still represents their country or their territory.
I would almost
as you would
expect
say,
that
Puerto
more
Rico.
like a baseball game, where it really is a very Spanish-rooted game as well. Like I said, if he performed the World Cup, I'd be like, oh, obvious choice, Bad Bunny at the World Cup. But I don't know, man.
I disagree.
I said what I said.
I think the Super Bowl, when they pick artists, they pick the biggest artists to perform there, right? And last year, people were mad Kendrick, but he was the biggest artist at the time for our culture.
I wasn't mad at Kendrick. I thought that was a great choice.
They asked Taylor Swift, they asked Adele. Allegedly, they both said no.
Okay.
I don't see nothing wrong with Bad Bunny. He puts on amazing performance. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
They should have had Drake.
He's one of the biggest artists.
They should have
now.
had Drake.
Didn't Drake turn it down a couple of years? And I don't think Drake would do it after Kendrick. Not that.
Why not?
I don't think he would. Didn't Drake just do the World Cup, or he's about to do the World Cup or something like that? That's what they say allegedly? I don't know.
Allegedly?
I don't know.
That makes sense as well. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still going to say what I say. I just feel like it's pandering away from the core audience. And I understand why they're doing it, because they are trying to expand. But, like, for example, there's huge K-pop artists. Do you want to see a K-pop group perform at the Super Bowl?
No.
You know?
I don't know any K-pop
Korean?
artists. But that's like saying...
It's the same thing.
But that's like having Kendrick there, right? 60% of the NFL's people that's in that building is probably, what, white, I would say?
Okay.
70% maybe, white. They probably didn't know half of Kendrick's songs on there, right? They probably only knew one, maybe. Does that mean we not have Kendrick perform? Because the people that's there don't know the music, or do we get the biggest artists to satisfy the people that are watching? Because most people didn't know Kendrick's records.
Right,
so because most people don't know Bad Bunny, what's the difference?
The difference is that even if you're not a Kendrick fan, you could experience his music.
You can experience a Bad Bunny
You
show
can
that's probably
experience
going
his
to be
music,
out of
and you
this
could
world.
listen to it and understand the words and understand the meaning at that moment and take it in a whole lot easier than a person speaking a language you do not understand at all.
It's not the same.
You're feeling the vibe, but you're not actually feeling the lyrics and the meaning and everything else like that. And listen, if it was an instrumental artist, if it was Kenny G, I wouldn't care, right? But I'm saying this is someone who's a vocalist, who's a lyricist, who I'm sure has a lot of care and thought into his lyrics.
My wife is part Jamaican, right?
Okay.
When she takes me to a boshment, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. No clue. But when she's dancing on me, I'm just enjoying the rhythm. And I can maybe sing the hook, but it doesn't matter because music gives me that feeling.
Okay.
And when he's performing, and he's gonna put on a hell of a show. It's not gonna be one of those shows where it's just him standing with a mic performing. He's gonna put on a hell of a show. Like, he's a showman. I guarantee you it'll be one of the best halftime performances in a while. He's gonna put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the feeling, it's gonna be the rhythm, it's gonna be how it makes you feel, how it makes you move. It's gonna be the dances out there. He's gonna put on a hell of a show. He's gonna make you believe. I'm gonna call you after and be like, you see? Or you're gonna be calling me that night and be like, Envy, I told you ass, but one or the other.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if the NFL switched gears and before the actual
And change
show and possibly put like a different artist on. I wouldn't be totally surprised. I think there might be some backlash over this.
I don't think so. But what he might do is, I think his special surprises and performances that come out with him, I think is gonna be people that people know. Like, think about it. He got a record with Cardi B. I like it like that. He got a record with Drake, MIA.
You think Drake's going to show up at the Super Bowl to do a guest appearance? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think
but
so.
Cardi might.
Cardi might. Yeah.